Sabah everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to check out a lot of cases. Oh my god, a lot of rugged cases for our Z Flip4 and Z Fold4. This is TK. Let's check them out. So like and subscribe and make sure you hit that bell icon so that you're always notified to whenever we have new videos on the channel. Now in front of us I have a lot of cases. We have cases from VRS Design. The ones on the bottom here are going to be for the Z Fold4. On the top here are going to be for the Z Flip4. We have a couple of one with kickstand. We have the Unicorn Beetle actually from Supcase, and of course we have the I-Blason cases as well. All rugged cases specifically made for our Flip4 and a Z Fold4 as well. Now first off, we're going to start off with the VRS Designs as well as the Supcase for the Flip4. So this is the Flip4, brand new. Again, pretty much very similar to what we saw with the Z Flip3, but for the most part, these cases are definitely offering us some not only rugged option, but also some extra functionality. And of course, we're going to go ahead and open them up and check them out on the device. Now, what we have here on the left is the quick stand active case, the Tear Guard case, and of course, we have the Supcase, the Unicorn Beetle. The Unicorn Beetle actually surprisingly came with a color match almost to my device. Very, very close to the one that I have, but I did not ask for that. That just was the way they sent it to me. It does include a little bit of an adhesive, not on the bottom side, but only on the top side. And of course, we have a belt clip in case we want to use it. It does protect the device without the belt clip. But let's go ahead and start off with that one. Putting it on is pretty straightforward. You clip it on from one side, and on the bottom side, all we need to do is just basically slide it on. So for the most part, once we have it on, it actually fits very nicely. The display has that nice little carbon fiber, it's kind of ever so gentle slide. The LEDs are obviously opened up, no issue here, we can access it. And once the device is opened up all the way, it works and it looks really, really nice. Now the benefit, of course, this is it has a nice little grip area, open ports for everything. Fingerprint sensor and power button are uncovered, and a volume rocker is covered. We have a Supcase logo, and all the material here is very nice and protected. You can directly put it into the case itself and open up the clip, and now your device is perfectly protected. The display is on the inside and everything is all the way in there. This is adjustable, just for reference in case you do need to do that. And then once you take it out, you just basically unclip, remove, and your device is ready to go. Now, again, solution is you can use it with or without the belt clip, but this is definitely going to protect it, and make sure that the display is on the inside when you're doing so. The ports are always going to be available because it actually doesn't cover them at all. So if you have, let's say, a cable or anything running out of here, you want to charge it, there's not going to be any issues. So here, this is the Unicorn Beetle for the Z Flip4. Looks really nice. And it does seem like it provides a little bit of a raised area over. So case friendly, since we already have the screen protector from Samsung already in here, no issues at all. And of course, protects our device. Now, when we switch over to the Tear Guard one, this one actually provides a couple of adhesive pieces to be able to get our device stuck in there. It does actually have a protection on the side. Now, notice this one did not have it, but then when you have it enclosed, it's definitely protected. So we'll go ahead and take our device, slide it in down to the bottom, and then it's pretty straightforward. All the ports are open at the bottom. And then for the top part, pretty straightforward. You need to always raise it a little bit so that you can actually put it on. And then you clip on one side, other side, and then slide it in. There is a lanyard option that's present here on the left side, and then once you have it in there, it actually does give it a little bit of a like a grip, almost something to be able to hold it when you're holding the device like this. Very nice, very easy opening of everything, and then when you close it, everything is protected from the sides, from the top here. This is obviously open, but again, it provides the coverage that you want on everything on this device. VRS in there, all of this will definitely be really good. And then when you open it up all the way, just open it up once. Very simple, very easy, very slim. This one does leave the volume rocker and the power button uncovered, but again, it does have a nice little raised area over it. On the left side, nothing other than the lanyard. On the bottom, all the ports, and then of course on the top, just a microphone for the camera. Very nice, very easy, and again, looks and feels very, very nice. It's one of the solutions. Now this one offers a slightly different one. Now, when it comes down to the last one, this one's the quick stand active. The top piece is very straightforward. There is a piece of adhesive. Again, make sure you use the adhesive with these cases once you decide on the case that you're going to use for some time. So you put that on there, and then the bottom one, pretty straightforward. Most of them seems like we just need to slide it down and it fits very nicely. Now you notice right there when I was sliding it in there, there was this nice little piece of almost like rubber. It's very flexible, but it does go under the first one. So when you're opening it up straight, it looks straight like this. When you close it, now we have a nice little protection area, and it is raised. You'll notice there's a gap there. So it does provide a little bit of a section to absorb any kind of bumps if that happens. It's open on this side, open on the bottom, microphone ports, and then of course we also have a lanyard option. When you have it opened, very straightforward. The display is not obstructed. Now this one, again, make sure you use the adhesive if you decide to stick with this. It looks really nice, and you should be able to put a glass protector on the top one in the front, and it doesn't seem to have any problems with the included screen protector from Samsung. So definitely a very good solution for either the quick stand here, which, oh, sorry, it would be nice if I showed the quick stand. So you have the ability of using the quick stand for either more of a standard format, so like this, if I want to be able to watch content or record something with it. Since we're able to tilt the display, it actually helps us kind of hold the phone in whichever format we want. Of course, last but not least, if we want to be able to enjoy content, you can put it sideways and watch content on that. Or last but not least, if you just want to be able to put it down and be able to record with the front-facing camera like this, you're also able to set it up. Very nice, very simple, and very easy. Just pop this one back, put this one back in there, and and it pops back into space, and everything looks great. Next, we're going to take a look at the Unicorn Beetle and the Unicorn Beetle Pro, as well as the I-Blason case directly for the Z Fold4, and then we'll check out the VRS Design cases at that point. And now we have them right in front of us. Unicorn Beetle Pro, the standard, and of course the I-Blason case. The one thing I will say though is keep in mind here is this is a belt clip case, which allows us to basically enjoy the device without necessarily having to worry where to put it. So we'll go ahead and put that in here. And it is a two-piece case. It does come with a kickstand, very nice blue color, very similar to the one we saw before. And of course, putting this on is very straightforward. You basically align it. They do basically make sure that everything is cleaned up before you put it in there. Align it, put it in, and you're popping it on. And pretty straightforward on one side. And of course, on the other side, again, exactly the same situation. Now, the biggest difference obviously here is the plastic itself obviously needs to be removed. It will stick more of static electricity, will actually make it stick to your display. But of course, let's go ahead and unlock the display. Works really nicely, and there should be no issue for you to use it the way it's supposed to. On the side, everything is protected. On the bottom, we have an opening for the speaker, a microphone, USB-C. On the back, this one is opened up. There's no coverage on the side here. On the top, very much the same. Camera stack on the left, pretty much again, same thing. And then of course, if we want the kickstand, just lift it up there. Pretty much the same experience. You're able to open it up and it's present on the back. So you can basically open it up in this format or open it up in this format if you want to watch content. When you're done, just pop it up and it's pretty straightforward there. Put it in. Lift the little clip at the top, and now your device is protected and carried. Again, it's a little bit harder, but it is adjustable as far as the clip is. And once you want to take your device, you put your finger through this little opening in the back, and then you lift the little clip, and your device comes off very easily, very nicely. Looks really good. It does not have the protection on the back, but it should work pretty nicely for you, and definitely looks very nice. I like the color options that we have in here. Now, when it comes down to the last two cases, both offer us a lot of options. Now, both look very good, and you'll notice the design is very similar, but we have a kickstand that's a little bit more present on the bottom as opposed to where we have it in the back. And both have a very nice protection cover here. So we have a protection cover directly for the display, very easily attached the same way we had it before. You just assign it. Again, I'm not removing the plastic because I'm not actually going to be using this case right now, but once I am actually able to use it, I'll be able to do that correctly. So go ahead and put it on one side. One of the really nice things about this case is the fact that it actually provides protection all around the device, but you'll notice there's an opening here. Now this is because this case has a carrying option for our S Pen. This literally is the most ingenious option. So you put it in there, you clip it down on the back, and now your S Pen is present with you all the time. Protected within the case itself. You need an S Pen, you open it up, you push the S Pen with that little opening that I showed you guys before. So we'll go ahead and pop it up from here. Take the S Pen, use it. When you're done with it, you just put it back in and make sure you pop it in correctly so that it closes. And then the case closes. It looks really nice, very nice and functional, of course. We have the kickstand for the device if we want to be able to put it down, open it up all the way, and it looks really nice. I like the integration of the actual pen in the actual case itself as opposed to having it sit on the side. It does make it a little bit thicker, but it's the protection section that we have for our device now becomes a carrying case or carrying option for our pen. Of course, gives us the very nice protection on all the areas, raised area on the back and raised area in the front. And it does provide us that display cover. Let's go ahead and unlock. Let's go ahead and show you guys real quick. No touch sensitivity issues. And since we don't have an in-display fingerprint sensor, this is going to be pretty decent. Again, protection all around our device. Now, when it comes down to the I-Blason case, very much similar experience here. The kickstand opens up in the back, very quick, very easy to use. The color is a little bit nicer. I feel like it matches the color of the actual device, but we still have the same functionality when it comes down to the case. Very easy, prop it in, pop it out. You're able to get the S Pen. It works. The cover does actually cover the display and of course provides us that protection on there, no issues at all. And it is raised on this side. And of course, let's go ahead and put the S Pen back in, pop it in, close it. I'll get that full protection on this side, S Pen configuration, protection on the hinge itself, and of course on the back. Looks really nice, very similar to what we saw with the Supcase, but overall, again, slightly different aesthetics when it comes down to the unit itself, and it looks very nice. Now finally, we're going to take a look at the VRS Design cases. Let's go ahead and just bring this up ever so gently, and we'll notice that basically there's 6 cases in all. We have basically the TerraGuard Modern in Mint, the TerraGuard Modern Pro, and then of course here with the Quickstand Pro, the Quickstand Pro S, of course TerraGuard Active, and the TerraGuard Active S in black. For all of these are for the Z Fold4, as you can definitely see. The first 2 cases we're going to take a look at are the TerraGuard Active and the TerraGuard Active S. The S is actually for the S Pen. That's really where the S comes in from there. For the most part, very similar design. Let's go ahead and put this case here in the back. Very, again, similar on both cases. They provide us the same protection, but you'll notice there's a little bit of an extra space here as opposed to this one. It provides us coverage for the hinge mechanism, but now in this one, we actually have the ability of carrying our S Pen. And the really nice thing is that both of them include a glass protector that's included in the package. You just need to clean the front display and it'll cover your display and protect it on the front. Since there is nothing in here basically to protect it, so it's not going to be unprotected. It's included in both packages, either the standard Active or the Active S. But the one thing I will probably say is the best thing to kind of keep in more of a visual effect on this, if we put our device directly into the Active, so this is what it'll kind of look like from one side. The protection is very straightforward. When you open it up, it opens with it and it closes. It's very straight, very easy to carry, opening on everything, and it looks really good. No kickstand, but definitely protecting it all around. We'll go ahead and put this on here. You can see definitely it looks the way you're supposed to look at it, and then when you open it up, it gives you that nice little hinge. And what I like about this again is, oops, sorry, this is not the best way to hold it, but if you're holding it, you can actually hold the actual device with it. It makes it easy to carry. Easy to configure, easy to use, and of course, let's check out the special case here. That it's actually very interesting how they did it here. Now on this one, again, very much the same design, VRS, everything looks pretty much the same, and of course we have that nice coverage for our case, or I think the hinge mechanism that we have in here. The biggest difference is this. This actually is a, for the lack of a better word, a sliding slot to be able to basically put your S Pen in here. So we'll go ahead and slide it down. You put the S Pen, close it. So whenever you're ready, you just basically slide it open, take the S Pen, you just pull a little bit and then pull up. And then pretty much straightforward, use the S Pen, get everything set up. When you're using it in open mode, of course, it does open up. Obviously, you need to make sure you use the adhesive. And this one is a more prominent, so you just want to be aware that it is going to give you a little bit of a tilt. You could definitely use it better with tilt mode. But when you're done, just go ahead, put your pen back in there, close it. And I like this this nice little option. It's kind of like more like a loading and reloading of the S Pen back into the case. Very nice. It is a little bit wider because of that, but I love the fact that they're incorporating the S Pen in most of our cases now, at least to give us the ability of hiding it and making sure that it's easily accessible. So next 2 cases we're going to take a look at is the Quickstand case here, and of course the TerraGuard. The TerraGuard does come in different colors, but this one is in the mint color. Both of them do include the glass protector. Again, really nice. It seems like VRS Design is including it in all of them. Sorry, I put this one in the right orientation. But the implementation here is slightly different. The Quickstand here does include an S Pen carrier, which makes it very easy to carry our S Pen with us whenever we're holding the device and using it on travel. The one thing I'll say though is this is actually connected directly into the display part of the actual case itself. So if we put the other piece here, let's go ahead and let that slide in a little bit. You'll notice that there's a little bit of an extra space positioned here. So holding the S Pen is very simple. You can take it out, put it back in, whichever way you want. But again, once you open it up, you have access to the S Pen, take it out, use it, and put it back. Of course, if you're right-handed, obviously you have to switch hands, but the overall configuration, pretty straightforward. We have a kickstand here to be able to use the device again in multiple formats, so you can definitely put it down, sideways, lengthways, and if you want to be able to use it more of a little bit of a tilt mode, you could definitely, you know, raise it a little bit higher. Otherwise, just push it in, close it, and then of course the device is protected. Raised area around the camera, and of course the raised area around the display with the included glass protector, your device is fully protected. When it's fully opened, it definitely obviously covers the back end, or basically the hinge mechanism on the back. Now, as far as the TerraGuard, it's pretty straightforward, covers the device entirely. Now, this one is entirely colored, so you do need to pick up the color that works best for you. No kickstand, no place for the S Pen, but it does provide a full body protection. This one opens up here. Sorry, I think it opens up, yeah, this way. You can definitely see here the protection on this. It's really, really nice. When you open it up, it does actually give you that nice little bit of a grip here on the device when you're holding it. No kickstand, as I mentioned to you guys, but then overall all the ports are open. Everything is pretty standard VRS design, and of course you make sure you pick the color that you personally like for your device. And the last two cases that we have is the Quickstand Pro, and this one's going to be on the right, and the Quickstand Pro S. The Pro S, S for S Pen again, but both of these cases include an S, basically a kickstand. You notice exactly the same design, just have them upside down. Of course, the biggest difference would be is the casing on the side, and that's because this one has the exact same configuration we saw before. Still doesn't come with an S Pen. This is more so that you need to basically provide your own S Pen, but once you have it in there, you put it in, close it in, and it looks really, really nice. So we'll go ahead and test it out just on this one, since for the most part they're both the exact same design. Let's go ahead and pop it in. I'm going to align it to the end so that it aligns with the camera module here in the back. And of course, we'll go ahead and put the case, the cover on the front. Now, as far as the front, again, we still have a glass protector on all the cases that we're looking here from VRS Design. So definitely make sure you check out that packet that comes inside. Very much straightforward. Pop it over. You have the kickstand position in here. You can basically pop it back into where you need it. You need the S Pen, you slide it open, you access the S Pen, you put it in there, you're done. Make sure you lock it in there. And it's pretty straightforward, very nice. It's a little bit thicker, but again, you do have the S Pen covered and protected, and there's no chances of it basically popping up in any other configuration. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of cases in here, but all of these cases offer you a rugged protection. Some provide hinge protection, some don't, but for the most part, a quite number of them included an S Pen option. Again, like this one, the last one, the ability of basically putting it in like this is very nice. And some of the other options we saw with Supcase that give us the ability of actually having the S Pen in there, you could see that it's in there and you can push it over to be able to allow it to come out. But they're both utilizing the hinge mechanism to protect the S Pen. And I think that's a much better solution than having it sit exposed on the right, because you never know if something ever gets caught in it, if the phone's in your pocket and so on. Lastly, I do like the fact that there is at least some type of screen protection on the front display on most cases. The biggest thing I will probably say is obviously VRS Design includes the glass protector. The other ones that we saw from Supcase and from I-Blason don't include a glass protector, but there is a protector there. And of course, the case still provides a little bit of a raised area around the display. I hope that you found one of these cases to your liking. I'm hoping that if you're looking for a rugged solution for either Z Flip4 or the Z Fold4, these cases give you those options and you're able to pick one up for yourself for your device. Like and subscribe as usual. Thank you very much to I-Blason, VRS Design, as well as Supcase for sending me these cases and of course sharing with you guys my experience. And I hope that you guys thought they looked pretty good, because honestly, with this situation, seriously with this one, I'm really liking this option. It looks really, really nice. I'll see you in the next one.